Coach, first game as a collegiate head coach coming up on Friday. What's your mindset going in?
You know, just 5 minutes at a time. Kids have been working hard, putting in the time, film, scout. Maryland's a great team, very well coached, so it's going to be a great challenge for us. But we're excited.
It's a lot of new, kind of like you come in and it's like you said, it's your new position for you, and you said it's more about making sure that these players are connected off the field. How important has that been since coming here, and how do you feel like the players have gelled since your arrival?
I mean, it's, winning's about culture, and I think the kids have done a really good job buying in, leaning on each other, the upperclassmen, our leadership group. So hats off to them. They've done a great job, and I think we're well prepared and ready to face a tough Maryland team.
You've definitely got a young team as well. What kind of role do the upperclassmen have to play to make sure you guys get off on the right foot?
Yeah, but we have some kids that got some really good experience last year, and throughout the fall and throughout the first 4 weeks of practice. So, like I said, I think they're well prepared. They're a tough group, right? But they're really good lacrosse IQ, and they've been sticking to the game plan, what we want to do offensively, defensively, and the coaches have done a great job. Coach Caitlin, Coach Maggie, Coach Nicole, of preparing the players. So,
who's someone that you think that you've seen in practice or working out that maybe people are overlooking that you're really excited to see get a good start to the season?
I think with our team and our dynamics, I think it could be any 1, 2, 3 kids step up from game to game. So it's tough to pinpoint one person, but I think throughout the season, I think game to game, it's going to be a little bit different with a couple kids stepping up.
Being back in the same building as Coach Gate, what have you kind of learned from him in the lead up to the season?
It was awesome. I'm here 10 years with Coach Gate. We had a lot of fun. And a lot of victories, some losses, but it was a lot of fun. But just preparing the kids and taking the opportunities that you get to play in the dome. Really focus on that, and we got a great opportunity on Friday.
How much have you been thinking about some of those losses when you were an assistant coach while preparing for the season?
I think coaches, if you focus on them, you'll probably have more losses. So not a lot. Learn and move on.
Coach, a player told me that one of the mottos on the team is "Don't be casual." Could you sort of explain that and what that sort of is taking a toll on the team?
Well, I just think teams are so good these days, and they're so well prepared and they're well coached, and everyone's got a good draw taker, good goalie, and good offense, defense. So I think you can't be casual. You got to build each day, and the team's done a good job of buying in.
You open the season up with a gauntlet of teams. I know you're probably going to say take it game by game, but how is the team processing just going from one really good team to the next?
Yeah, like I said last week, if you focus on that stretch, it's certainly overwhelming. So we're not focusing game by game. Honestly, we're just focusing 5 minutes at a time.
What did you learn from scrimmage number 1?
I think it was more for just get our subbing down and language down and just build a little chemistry. So it was a good opportunity for us to get in the dome and get up and down.
Was there anyone in that scrimmage that stood out to you that you didn't necessarily expect to really flash like that?
I think overall the offense was pretty crisp, and defense really caused some havoc out there. But I think in general everyone very, very positive, and just a little bit of our subbing patterns and again building chemistry.
Talked a lot about taking things 5 minutes at a time, not just for this game, but for the whole season. How has it been implementing that with sort of the players?
Just go 5 minutes at a time. No, I know it's a cliche, but with our group of kids, with our schedule, if you don't, you're gonna end up on the bad side of a lot of games. So we really do got to take it 5 minutes at a time and make some adjustments as a staff and players and move on.
What are you expecting from Maryland as a team?
Maryland's a great team. They had a great fall, and they return a lot of players, very well coached. So it's certainly going to be a good challenge for us, and we're excited. First game of the season.
How have the alumni contributions been to you and just the team as well, making sure everyone is ready to go for the start of the season?
Yeah, just very supportive. We had alumni Zoom on Monday night. It was great to see. We had over 65 families on there, so it was awesome. And Maggie Cook, our operations coach / has done a great job communicating with the alumni, and we're hoping to have a bunch in the dome on Friday.
Regy, she's not a captain, but what kind of senior leadership do you need from Danny and Matt?
She's our backbone. But I think with her is just putting a good defense in front of her and forcing pressured shots for her. You know, it's tough to score on her in practice, but again, I think if we can put a good product in front of her and limit free positions with the new rules, you know, the 8 meters certainly are going to be important defending it. So we got to play a clean game. Maryland loves to get to the 8 meters and cash in, so we got to be really clean, but put a good defense in front of her.
Good lead in there. What's the adjustment with the new rules? Is it been a big one, small one? Just kind of have to go with the flow. How's it changing the game?
You got to play clean. You know, I mean, if not the right and left hash, I mean, those are tough hashes. You know, in the past you could have the hanging hash, you know, lower hashes, the second and third. But with those right left hashes, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense, a lot of pressure on the goalie. So we certainly got to be clean. And so far the kids have been doing a good job at practice, but then we got a long way to go.
What kind of family and friends presence you're going to have in the stands for your first game as head coach here?
Yeah, you know, it sounds like it's a good crowd. You know, we have a lot of local kids on the roster and families and alumni. So we're hoping, you know, for a big crowd. But I'm sure a lot of people will be out from the Jordan Elbridge area supporting us.
What will it mean to have that game in the Dome as well and get to take that in as now the head coach?
Yeah, it's just good to get going. You know, the kids have been working hard. Everyone's kind of chomping at the bit to get going. And it's, you know, it's with our schedule, you know, there's just no days, no nights off. I mean, it's a great schedule. That's why you come to Syracuse. You want to play the best, and you know, an opportunity to play Maryland in the Dome 5 o'clock on Friday. Kids are just really excited.